Yo, what is poppin', y'all, ladies and gentlemen? It's your one comment SJ back with another video here today, man. And today we're gonna be, y'all saw the title, that's all though. We're gonna be seeing who's the bigger simp between Mordecai and Rigby. My opinion, honestly, I think it's Mordecai. I'm gonna state my reason later out in the video, cause y'all been complaining saying, "Oh, I've been talking too much, I've been yapping," which I kinda agree. I do. So I'm gonna lower down a little chatter. I'm gonna lower it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a little bit. But we're jump right into the video. All credit to this video does go to the round table. Links will be in the description. But yeah, let's get into the video. Thank you.
His original tweet read, "Who is more of a simp, Mordecai or Finn?" This is a pretty simple question, but a loaded one at that. These are the two biggest characters from the two biggest shows Cartoon Network's had in the last decade. They are two giant mascots for Cartoon Network and two of the most iconic cartoon characters of all time. Naturally, this sparked a pretty hot debate. And pretty soon, Twitter started going crazy in ways I could never even imagine. As I record this video, the debate is still ongoing and nobody can seem to come up with a clear answer, though it's pretty divisive on both sides. This is just crazy cartoon culture and we see it all the time, but the fact that it's trending so high and for so long is kind of just like one of those weird web enigmas we only see happen every once in a blue moon. So I wanted to take the time to actually try to answer this question, especially with research on my side, but first I needed to understand what exactly a simp was. I'm not old by any means, I'm just definitely not in with the lingo, and according to Urban Dictionary, a man that puts himself in a subservient or submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over without the female bringing anything to the table. Already that sounds like both of them. This is going to be
now it's nothing. I'm gonna say this, y'all. Sorry for pausing. Don't hate me. It's nothing wrong with being respectful and treat women nice, but don't put yourself in jeopardy.
Now I'm gonna make my own points while also pulling on a few points that a lot of people have been making. Also saying to take this with a grain of salt, because it's probably the stupidest argument I've ever gotten involved in. On Finn's side, there's a lot pointing to him being kind of simpish. I mean, he started pining over Princess Bubblegum. That's pretty lame. If anything, early season 1 was definitely in some simp territory. I mean, he would make spit castles for her. Dude was pining. He was also a child at the time, so this could be explained as a childhood crush, kind of cleaning his name. Luck even appeared to be on Finn's side when after the season 2 finale, Princess Bubblegum was transformed back into her 13-year-old self, though this did not last long, and she ended up going back to her original age. This whole kind of plotline is a little weird, but this kind of solidified the fact that he would never be with Princess Bubblegum, and from there on out, Finn had to get used to that, which took a lot of emotional maturity, something that a simp definitely does not have. He moved on to his next flame Princess, and that was definitely not a simp relationship. Finn took charge. He even kind of thought he had Princess Bubblegum jealous, and then it turns out she was just scared of her crazy power, and because she was made of fire, it was a mess. Adventure Time was weird. Though in the end, Finn himself blows the relationship, which is very, very simpish. And not only did Finn blow things with Flame Princess, but he literally got dumped because he kept tricking her to fight the Ice King for his own pleasure, which is just really, really weird. I mean, it was essentially over like a wet dream. I don't know any other way to describe that. But then he pulls a 180, forming a friendship with Flame Princess, which is not simp. In fact, it's actually very emotionally mature. So points there. He hooks up with Lumpy Space Princess? That was weird.
Bro,
I don't want to remember that. He has a pillow wife at some point, which is actually pretty baller. I mean, he's just a sick husband. I'm not sure if that was real or fake. I don't think we'll ever know, but solid points to him for that. Towards the end of the series, Finn even had a fling with Huntress Wizard, but she ended up...
Bro, come on, Finn.
Turning him down.
You just doing anything now, bro.
The most important thing to remember is that Finn was totally cool with just being friends, showing his emotional maturity and how much he's changed over the series. Overall, Finn kind of did have that sort of knight in shining armor quality when he approached relationships earlier in the series. I mean, he was literally dealing with princesses, but towards the end, he learned to be emotionally mature and stronger than ever, and I think you gotta give him points for that. But let's check out the other contender, Mordecai. Mordecai was a total simp for Margaret. You cannot lie. He would get flustered around her. He would get all nervous. You'd be like, oh, Margaret. She even got jealous just because Rigby made her laugh. I mean, dude, he's funny. Calm down. But nah, Mordecai just straight up killed him, which is not cool. Though I do want to make it clear, even though Mordecai did kill Rigby in the scene, and I've seen a lot of people online using this clip as justification. In the context of the episode, Rigby did ask Margaret out solely despite Mordecai, who was really nervous about it, and that is a dick move. And Mordecai did show intense regret after doing it and worked really hard to make sure Rigby didn't stay dead, which is great. So his heart was in the right place. Mordecai, in fact, literally gets called a simp in the series. So, if you want your answer, I mean, look.
How long have you been calling it that?
How long have you been Mordecai?
They call y'all pulling on Mordecai.
Mordecai eventually moved on from Margaret and then to CJ, which was kind of dope for a little bit, but he finds a way to royally screw that up, which is points taken away, in my opinion.
I hate it when he did
almost
that
gets
too.
with Margaret. They see their futures together, like a magical hibachi restaurant, and they both agree they're not ready for that serious of a relationship, which quite honestly is pretty baller. I gotta give him points. And very emotionally mature, I might add. Though the most important thing to remember with Mordecai is even though he was simping over Margaret for most of the series, Margaret actually did like Mordecai and they dated on and off for a bit, so it wasn't a complete failure. But he still wore a diaper. It's like definitionally simp. And he has a shorter romance count than Finn, and Finn is like half his age, which is kinda lame. Not gonna lie to you, Mordecai. You work at a park, dude. You should start saving for retirement or something. So, with all of that considered, who is the bigger simp? Neither of them. Ha! Fake out ending. You're gonna hate me. They're both kings, man. Both of these characters showed emotional maturity throughout the series. Yeah, they had their low points and they had their cringy moments, but they always came out on top, and honestly, by the end of the series, they're more emotionally mature than ever, and great examples of what you can become if you are willing to work on your emotions as opposed to being petty or just chasing a princess. If anything, these two are both reformed simps. Perfect examples that you can escape from that terrifying condition and pursue normal romantic relationships. I'm gonna cry just talking about it. Now, obviously, I feel like this kind of took off because of Valentine's Day, but this whole situation really says something larger about both shows. Both Adventure Time and regular show faced a lot of flack and actually lost a lot of their fan bases individually when they began heavily pursuing these romance plot lines. At the very least, it was what a lot of fans pointed to when they were talking about when they stopped watching the show. And it is kind of interesting that both Adventure Time and regular show, two extremely weird and surreal comedies, decided to take this weird relationship-focused, emotional, romantic path. Ultimately, I think the shows shot themselves in the foot a little bit, and although they both bounced back and had incredible finales, and I remembered as great, this is a good example that you can't always inject a romance subplot into your show without risk of losing the original magic that you had. It doesn't make anything worse, it just changes the show. And if you focus on it too much, things can go bad a little bit. Sort of like if you become a simp. Let me try to tie this all together. This is a mess. The point of this video is, I don't know, this is just a weird Twitter trend, man. Love to see Mordecai trending though. Watch close enough, honestly. And hey, this is just my humble opinion, okay? I'm a tiny cartoon boy. I don't make the rules. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Who do you think is the big...
Bro, this is my take on it, right? This is my take. Hear me out. Like he said, Finn was just a child. So it kind of makes his behavior a little less irritatable, if that makes sense. A little less, I can let it go because he was a child, bro. And even then, he still spoke up for himself, and he didn't even he was like, when he told Princess Bubblegum that he's done with her, he's done chasing her, and I respect that. He even moved on. He was a child. Mordecai literally killed his friend, bro. Literally wore a diaper. Literally just messed up a lot of things. Mordecai was actually annoying in the show. For no reason, he actually found better females, and he still wanted to choose Margaret, who was just playing with him in his face. I picked Mordecai all the way. I can't even call Finn a simp for real, bro. He was just being a little child, bro. You know, you saying you were a child, you think somebody older than you, you just have a little child crush on him. And you just, that's really what it was. Mordecai was a grown-ass 23-year-old man. And he's just being stupid, bro. That's what it was for real.
Bigger simp. Do you care at all? Are you a grown-up now and you have bigger problems in your life, like maybe a credit card or something? Please let us know in those comments down below, or tweet to us at Roundtable Vids or me at @StretchYourNemo. Do you want to consider helping out the Roundtable?
Yeah, man. Shout out Roundtable though. This would be the end of the video. The fact that this topic was it still was going on. Like this is kind of still going on 4 years later, because this video is outdated a little bit, or not outdated, but it is 3-4 years old. The topic is still kind of going on, but I think Mordecai in all cartoon universe is probably the biggest simp, bro. You can make an argument for Dipper, but even Dipper wasn't that bad as Mordecai for real. But that's definitely Mordecai. But this will be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting. All this will be in the link. You guys know this, man. You know this. Y'all be safe. Y'all stay in school. And y'all stay being positive for something good, bro. I'll see y'all in the next one. Jeez.